and welcome to another video on the JayBee
and
Milly channel. Today we're going to be doing a top 10 which we've not done for a while, so as before this is going to consist of JayBee's top 5, my top 5, ultimately making that top 10 unless there's some crossovers, which maybe we'll have one or two. Let's kind of get into this and see. Now JayBee, I know you normally have your elaborate criteria. For me, it's just fully based on impulse, so there's not too much behind it.
yes,
But what about you?
I get what you're saying, because I think with stuff like this, it's very easy to overthink it. I'm just going to keep it pretty clear. My main criteria is 1, compatibility, and so if it ultimately ends in somewhere happy, that's going to be a plus. So spoiler alert, but for me, you're not going to see stuff like Curse of the Lake Monster, where they ultimately decided that it wasn't going to be like that. But, you know, we may not only have, like, focus on romantic relationships and romantic love here, but, you know, that's going to be a minus point for that. And context is stuff that's significant. So, for instance, Coco Diablo being the introduction to Velma's LGBTQ plus side, Freddie Prinze Jr., Sarah Michelle Gellar being married in real life, stuff like that, that's context around the world, can play a role in this. So, context, happy ending, and that's pretty much it.
And can it just be said that is only JayBee's criteria, because I'm going to kick this off with my 5th place as Curse of the Lake Monster.
Ooh.
You obviously have that Fred-Daphne relationship.
Okay.
You have the start of kind of a Velma Shaggy relationship there as well. And obviously Valentine's Day is not just about relationships, but I just kind of, growing up, I always really loved that adaptation. I liked kind of what was seen as girly romance movies and stuff like that, and I just felt like this movie lent itself better to that.
Oh, I'll tell you what, that whole By the Light of the Silvery Moon musical number was very kind of romancy. I do get its inclusion because I think it's a contender because its main focus is pretty much relationships, right? So more than any other Scooby movie, you do see that being on people's lists. I guess just for me personally, it kind of lost out purely for the fact that it didn't end in, like, the best place. You know what I mean? Like, so if I'm, like, watching it, I'm trying to, you know what I mean? You're doing the move, you know, doing the fake yawn and across the shoulder. You know what I mean? When you it kind of, it's a bit of a buzzkill when it doesn't end happily. But that's me. But I think you're going to disagree with my number 5, because my number 5 is pretty radical, and it's Aloha Scooby Doo. Now, hear me out here. I've chosen Aloha Scooby Doo because I feel like being part of a couple, being part of a relationship, is you're quite literally thick as thieves, and you kind of partners in crime in many ways. And so I think it factors into the fact that the villains of Aloha Scooby Doo, spoiler alert, is actually a couple, Manu and Snooky. So I kind of feel like they must be pretty coordinated for all they were thwarted by Mystery Inc. to be able to coordinate a whole monster attack and hoax together. Pretty good communication skills, so pretty chaotic. So yeah, Manu, Snooky, number 5.
Okay, moving on to our number 4s. Mine, let's see if you can get why. Camp Scare.
Oh, okay. Was it the perverted park ranger? Or the other camp counselor that Fred has the hots for?
I think it is part of that, just Fred and Daphne back and forth. And I feel like, doesn't it end kind of in a more happy light? Like, there's a lot of kind of...
Well, yeah, kind of.
I feel like it's a positive movie.
I mean, the perverted ranger gets... I think... Isn't he the killer? I'm not the killer. I'm so used to reviewing Velma. Not the killer. The culprit. The monster. The villain.
I think so. But I don't know. I just get positive vibes from it.
It is good, and I think the music as well. Like, the intro music's quite romantic. It reminds me always of Walking on Sunshine. You know, I'm walking on sunshine, which is, like, very positive and uplifting. So I think that's very good.
I can't quite explain why, but I just know it's in my top 5.
And it's a good kind of, like, little bit of a get it going on that, because I always get hot under the collar watching that movie, so it is a bonus for that. So if you do want to watch that on Valentine's Day, there'll be no complaints from me. But
I don't.
My number 4 is taking things in a different direction.
Oh no.
And it is Scoob.
Ooh! Okay, that's interesting, because that was going to be one of my honourable mentions.
Aww.
It's not in my top 5, but continue, because
So, Scoob is not one of my favourite Scooby-Doo movies. I don't think it even cracks the top 10, although I might eat my words if I do a proper ranking of all of them. But it is one of the only Scooby Doo movies that have actively made me like full on tear up. And it's at the ending with both the interactions of Dick Dastardly and Muttley and Shaggy and Scooby. And so it's kind of like the basis of that movie is friendship, the friendship of the gang, the friendship of the fact that Dick Dastardly's treasure isn't the massive room full of treasure, but it's actually Muttley, and the whole thing with the gate at the end of Shaggy and Scooby. So I think it is quite a love film.
Yeah, I'd say Scoob is the film that actively has the most love in it.
Yeah. Ooh,
obviously, like, this is focused a lot around, like, oh, this is a romantic connection here and here, because Valentine's Day is, like, theorized to feel like romance and stuff, but if it all boils down to love, Scoob, #1 spot. I don't think there's a Scooby movie that has more love in it than that.
Yeah, and there's been attempts, like, there's other scenes, like, give me that vibe, like, the Friends Don't Quit scene from 2002, and you know, all those types of scenes, but I think it hits better here. I can't explain why, but I like it a lot here. So yeah. Scoob.
Okay, so we're already into top threes, and in my third place, I have Trick or Treat.
Oh, I love it! I love it. Okay, come on, explain. Is it Coco Diablo?
It is. It's Coco. It's Velma, and it's how that pans out. Like, it's like Velma's a schoolgirl with a crush. And it's just so good to see her be that schoolgirl. Do you know what I mean? Not just like this boring person who knows it all.
Yeah.
Or, do you know what I mean? It's almost like sometimes Velma's brain makes her not have character because her character is the brain. Whereas it's the first time we see her be a little bit human, a little bit relatable. And it also, I think, just was a huge step forwards that we've been waiting for a very long time. So I think it's something that everybody was behind before it even happened.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it wasn't just, I mean, there is that kind of superficial aspect for me where it was, oh good, at least Velma's got something to do that isn't ruining, like, the mystery, going, oh, this is fake, that's fake, this isn't real, the ghosts aren't real. But it's a good message as well, you know, to be yourself, and because she was trying to put on an act at the start and then she didn't need to. So it's a good message, relatively groundbreaking, and I think they handled it well. I really want to see Coco Diablo come back. I think that's the one character, although maybe it loses out on that because of my next pick. And that is for Scooby Doo and the Alien Invaders.
Are you for real? I thought we were going to have a huge argument over that.
But why?
I thought you were going to be like, you've put it too low on your list, this movie's iconic, you just hate it. And I've put it in second place, and I don't even really particularly like the movie.
Are you kidding me?
That tie-dye wedding sequence.
Like, I met by chance a girl in bell-bottom pants, and she likes to say it.
No.
Ah, see, come on, that would have been like a Valentine's Day duet, and you've gone and rumbled me. But, Crystal and Amber are just amazing, like, I can't believe it. They're just great people, great aliens, great terrestrials. But look, here's the thing, right? This is normally you saying this stuff in person. But the reason why it's so... I mean, it isn't even low, but the reason why it's a bit lower than even I expected is just, if it's Valentine's Day, the day of love, it's a little bit... It ends on a sour note, the fact that they have this sad goodbye, and maybe you can make it somber, maybe it ends there, but then it just goes straight from that to them bantering about Scooby snacks and the Mystery Machine. It doesn't hit the same, you know. I don't think it works on Valentine's Day, but I think it's the best couple like that Shaggy and Scooby have. I know people like Madeline Dinkley, but I'm Team Crystal and Amber all the way.
I'm realising what's going to happen here.
What?
You can't put 2002 in first place for everything.
Are you kidding me? It's not in first place for everything. Why are you saying this now?
I know where this is going, and your list is an absolute, like... It's a joke.
What do you mean? No,
I
that's
know
April
what you're
Fool's
about
Day.
to do.
That's our April Fool's list.
I know what you're about to do. As I said, my second place is Alien Invaders. I think ultimately that song about the tie-dye wedding is honestly the best moment in terms of Scooby Doo and Valentine's moments. The rest of the movie just knocks it down a bit.
Okay.
And I've never made a secret of the fact I don't like that movie that much.
No, but it's because you're not into sci-fi or aliens and stuff, isn't it? Like, it's not your thing. It's not your thing. But it's my thing.
So you're second place.
And then is honourable mentions, because I
Second
always
place,
get confused. Then. Okay, so my second place is Scooby Doo Stage Fright. Because it's the first, like, we have been teased, we have been tantalised about the prospect of Fred and Daphne frapping for such a long time that it's kind of like we got hints of it in Witch's Ghost, we got hints of it in Zombie Island. It's been something that's been lingering for a while, I guess only really coming to the forefront in Mystery Incorporated at the end of 2 live action movies. Like, it's been kind of up in the air, but it's not solidified itself properly until the iconic duet between Fred and Daphne, which is just, it makes it S tier, really. The fact that
you're
they
also
had
forgetting
that
the
sequence.
moment where Daphne has that like kind of heart to heart with Velma about how she really likes Fred.
I didn't want to mention that scene because I get in trouble on the internet whenever I speak about it for a prolonged period of time. But yeah, I'm there for it. We'll watch that tonight after this.
So, honourable mentions. I mean, the Kiss movie. Kiss, it's right there in the title, JayBee.
No.
Oh, yeah, you can do what you're about to do with first place. I'm going to make a point of winding you up. I'd say Kiss was definitely an honourable mention.
No, it's not. No, what? So this bloody star child,
come on, this is
a 60-year-old man, and Daphne, who's like...
I'm ready for the argument of your first place. What's your honourable mentions?
Okay, so you've got one and it's the Kiss movie?
Yep. No, it was going to be Scoob, but
and then
I already spoke of that.
So, I've got 3 honourable mentions here. Don't do that. We have Scooby Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf, because it's not really romantic, but I kind of take my heart off to Googie for putting
up... you take your heart off?
My hat off. So maybe I did say heart. We'll run it back, but I take my hat off to Googie for putting up and persevering with Shaggy when he turned into a werewolf. You got to respect that, right? Because I've seen people leave each other after like some bad facial hair or a bad haircut. So
I mean, we're about to leave each other after you putting a 2002 in first spot because I know what's coming.
So for Googie to do that is just admirable. My second notable honourable mention is Abracadabra Doo because of the inclusion of Madeline Dinkley. It wasn't my favourite, but I know people like it and I don't mind it, so that's on there for the introduction of a new love interest. And my final honourable mention is Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo for the whole vibe with Coco Diablo, because she's definitely like a character that I really want to come by. So I like that.
My first place, and then JB's going to do his and ruin the video. We're going to end up with it. How are we going to end up in an argument on a Valentine's Day video when it's your fault?
Well, we're not.
We are, okay. So my first place is Stage Fright. For the reasons that you listed as your second, there's a really good moment at the end with Fred and Daphne. It ends on a really high note, and the song, the kind of moment when she opens up to Velma about liking Fred, something that was built up for a while, finally happened. So JayBee, 100% ready for this. First place, why, and then I'll tell you why you're wrong.
So, my first place spot is Scooby-Doo 2002.
You're a joke.
What do you mean?
Okay, tell me why.
What do you mean tell you why?
Why's the top spot?
So, the friendship between Matthew Lillard and Scooby, right? Mm-hmm. We've spoken about this in the interviews. It's somewhat different, okay?
But did you not say that Scoob had a bigger effect on you?
Yeah, the friendship aspect. The friendship aspect.
Next point.
No, because there's context. There's context. Point. Matthew Lillard wasn't in a recording booth with time to prepare, with a lot of prep time, right? The cameras were rolling on set of Tongaluma, and he had to do genuine emotion, build a genuine friendship with a stuffed toy or a ball of nothingness, okay? And he pulled it off amazingly. That sequence where Scooby's going to be rackrerized and Shaggy's giving him that speech, let's just come off and charge to the exit like crazy people. Like, that sequence, the music, the editing, the acting, that is a certified, bonafide friendship moment, okay? So that's the friendship aspect.
Okay, so that's that scene covered. You said that the scene in Scoob made you more emotional.
Yeah, for friendship.
Okay, so
For
Scoob
friendship.
should be ranking higher.
Yeah.
Next.
In regards to friendship.
Next.
In regards to
Next.
friendship.
Next.
In regards to
Next.
friendship. Okay, stop it, Velma. So in terms of friendship, okay, yeah, you know what I mean.
Okay, next.
But relationships, right?
Okay, here we go.
I don't think you can ignore the fact that we have in world canon and that canon a Fred and Daphne who are dating, married now for 20 years. So it's not like, oh, they were engaged, they were young and stupid. Like, they've grown old together. You've seen Prinze Jr., he's old now. They've grown old together right before our eyes. And they had an on-screen kiss, which I'm sure is the first on-screen kiss of Fred and Daphne in Scooby canon. And it was a married couple. And, you know, celebrity couples, they get divorced so soon, so quickly.
This is about the movie.
No, I said context. I said context. I said context. So I just can't. I don't see how it isn't on the spot. That's my.
So here's the thing: you're putting this as number one.
Yeah.
Based on the fact that there's a moment between Shaggy and Scooby, which you've already said in this video, Scoob did better.
Well, no,
and
the
before
friends
you
don't
interrupt,
quit.
and before you interrupt, rewind it.
Well,
you said that
loud.
Scoob was better than that. Okay,
Yeah,
and
for
then
friendship.
the second point, the second reason why this is the best movie is an external factor that's before the point they were even married.
No, because you can see it in their eyes.
What about this movie, not about the external
No.
factors, makes this your top spot?
You can see
have
it.
an unhealthy obsession
You can
with this
see
movie.
it in their eyes.
And maybe it's top spot because for the first, for the 10 years of your life, this was your Valentine's Day movie for, whatever reason.
Yeah, so
But,
see,
at the end
no
of
one's
the day,
gonna understand that. No one's gonna understand that.
This is like...
I watch this every Valentine's Day.
This is like an unhealthy obsession
No.
you have.
It isn't. It's a good one. It's a good one.
You overrated.
Velma,
You
that
have
random
such an
guy.
unhealthy relationship with it.
Old Man Smithers, Pamela Anderson.
Because you've got some weird, obsessive, psychopathic crush on Sarah Michelle Gellar. You have an unhealthy relationship with this movie. You've got issues.
Okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, what do you guys think about our list? Which one do you agree with the most? Which one do you disagree with? And let us know your top 5 Scooby Doo movies to watch on Valentine's Day in the comment section down below. And we hope that you have an amazing day. And remember, Valentine's Day isn't always about couple love. It can be the love of friendship, the love of family, the love of pets. It can quite literally be anything. So we sincerely hope that you enjoy your time and that you keep some good spirits in your heart. So if you want to see more content from us, then please like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.